Hello, Class 5. Welcome back to your English class. Today, we are going to continue with the lesson, The Gift. In last class, we have seen that there was an old beggar who went in search of food. First, he knocked the door of a rich man who had a beautiful house, a bungalow, and a garden. But the rich man was so rude and he just shut the door on the old man's face. Next, the old man went to a man and knocked the door, and this man also replied in a very angry manner and he asked the old man to just leave away from there. Finally, the old man was so tired that he came under a tree and slept. There he met a poor man. The poor man was so kind to the old man and he takes him to his house to give him some food. The poor man also says that you can stay with us, you can have the food what we have. Let's continue now. Let's see what is the next part of the story. Welcome back to the story. Let's read this paragraph. The hut was very small and barely enough for the family. The old man saw that the house wouldn't withstand the monsoon. The house had no furniture and only a few utensils were there for use. The people in the house, a lady and two children, were very happy to welcome the old man in. They made him sit comfortably. The children sat near him. The man introduced himself and his family. I am Kalyan. I work in the farm nearby. This is my wife Viji and my children Gopi and Ratika. Soon the children got close to the old man. Let me explain this paragraph. Now the poor man takes the old man to his house, and the hut looks very small and very less place for the family to stay. The old man saw that the house wouldn't withstand. That is, the house was so much in a poor condition that if the monsoon season starts, the house would be damaged. They had no furniture at all and very few utensils for cooking. And the people in the house was a lady and two children. The two children were so eager and so good that they welcomed the old man with a good, nice smile. And the family was so happy to welcome this old man to their house. Let us continue. They asked many questions and played with him. Kalyan helped the man wash his face and hands. When the old man entered the hut, Vijay was ready to serve the food. They all sat in a circle. Vijay served the grill from an earthen pot. At first, she gave to the old man and then to the children and Kalyan. After the dinner, Kalyan spread out a mat for the old man to sleep. Next morning, the beggar asked them to pack their things. They all couldn't understand why he asked so. Before they could ask anything, the beggar said, I am not a beggar. I am a landlord from my nearby town. My family and I were helping the poor and the needy. My wife and son died 2 years back. Without them, I couldn't continue my service. As I grow older, I want someone to take care of my wealth and service after me. You have to accept my request and fulfill my desire. Kalyan was reluctant, but the old man persuaded him and his family. The old man was happy that his service would continue many more years even after his death. Let me explain this paragraph. The old man was invited by Kalyan to his house, and Vijay and the children were so happy to welcome him, and they gave him whatever they had to eat in an earthen pot, and they asked him to sleep after the dinner. Finally, the next morning, the beggar asked the Kalyan and his family to pack their things and come along with him. Finally, they were surprised and they asked why. Then the beggar said that he was not a beggar, he was a man from a nearby town who was a landlord, and his wife and son had died just 2 years back, and so actually his family was doing a service and he was sad that after his death, who would take care of the service? And so he wanted a person, a loyal person, to take care of his wealth and his service after his death. And so he found Kalyan to be the right person for it because he was so kind to an unknown old beggar. And so he thought Kalyan and his family have good manners and they will definitely give a good service and he will take care of his wealth in a good manner. And so he requested Kalyan and his family to come to his place and take care of the wealth and the service. Kalyan was refusing to do that, but the old man insisted him, convinced him and his family to be with them. And the old man was so happy that his service would continue many more years even after his death in a proper manner. Finally, children, the moral of the story is we should always be kind to each other. We should not think of the money the people have, but always be polite to even an old beggar. So, politeness is more important in our life. We should be very kind and polite to everyone. Thank you, children. I hope the story was so interesting and you have understood the concept of the story. Well, thank you.